Welcome back. Well, a recent survey is shedding some light on how age may impact how you may feel about money.
And I got a chance to speak with an expert from Ameriprise Financial about their recent Ages, Stages, and Money survey. Take a look.
Well, we talked to people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, all the way up to in their 70s, and we wanted to understand, what does financial success mean to you? And how do people feel about the money milestones in their life? Have they had obstacles? And one of the things that was surprising that was, even with this broad range of ages, we saw some similarities about how people thought about money. And the big thing is, financial success does not mean buying things or having stuff. It means a feeling of security and confidence and knowing that you can provide for your family. So those were the big things we heard. And we also heard 95% of people said they felt confident about their financial future.
That's a good thing. You gotta love confidence. I'm wondering, did you find any, or what? I'm sure there were differences between the decades, between the ages that you talked to. What were some of the most glaring differences?
Well, we asked people about their money milestones. What are you focused on? What's a financial part of your life that's been meaningful? And in their 30s, people tended to say buying a house was the big thing. In their 40s, people were focused on a job change or a career change that would help them really boost their earning power. In their 50s, people tended to tell us they're really interested in celebrating their children's accomplishments, whether that's a college graduation or even helping with a house down payment or paying for a wedding. And not surprisingly, people in their 60s and 70s said retirement was the big milestone in their financial life.
And so there's according to on the study I see here, it's just 3 different financial life stages. What are those?
Yeah, exactly. And they don't exactly match up with your age. The life stage is really around what's your focus. And the first life stage is what we would call kind of an asset accumulator, somebody who's really focused on getting started, building assets. And for them, the big topic is, how do I balance my needs to live today and maybe pay off some debt with saving for my future? The next life stage is people who are asset maximizers. They are trying to turbocharge their saving and their investing and really focused on long-term goals. And the final stage is asset sustainers, people who have reached retirement and their focus is on making their money last and knowing that they have a smart strategy for tapping into it.
All right, and so for everybody out there in every single age range that you covered, let's give them, a couple ways they can feel better, and everyone can be part of that 95% feeling better about their finances.
Absolutely. We know there are some strategies you can put to work in your financial life that work no matter how old you are or what stage you're at. The first is to define your goals and have a plan. Once you know what's important to you and you write it down, your odds of achieving it can be much higher and your confidence will be higher. The next thing to think about is living within your means. We heard that loud and clear from the 3,000 people who we talked to. Living within your means was the key thing they pointed at as a ticket to financial confidence. The next thing is to be prepared for the unexpected. We know bumps happen. In fact, 8 out of 10 people said they'd had something that had gone wrong in their financial life, and they were able to find a way through it. So being prepared for the unexpected, whether that's having a cash reserve or even looking at your insurance coverage. And finally, consider getting a second opinion, working with a financial professional who can help you take a second look at your situation and consider some strategies that you might not have put to work yet. All of those things can help boost your financial confidence.
I love it. Number 2 is my favorite there. Live within your means. I've told people I moved towards living with just a debit card, and it's changed my world. So that's a good one.
We know that managing debt is really important, and for people who've had that feeling of confidence, living within their means made a big difference. So that's a great tip for no matter what your age is.
And that was Ameriprise Financial Services, Inc. that brought you that great information.